We're going to open up with prayer really quick. So, Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you for this day and time. We thank you for every person under the sound of my voice. We thank you for massive increase in favor in every area of their lives. We thank you for increase in their business dealings. We thank you for just keenness and sharpness in every area where their business is concerned. We thank you for the awesome leadership that we have. We love you, and we thank you for all the things that you're going to manifest before the end of this year. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. All right, guys, so I'm super excited. Dr. Jewel asked me to jump on here to share with you all today. I'll be talking about a couple of things, more so along the lines of business building. I just want to make sure that we're doing our part where that's concerned. And just to kind of tell you, I know for me, I've had a lot going on with traveling and, doing all of this and that, where I kind of got stagnant where my business was concerned from a building standpoint, more maintaining. But it's like, it's so much more that I want to accomplish and so much more that I want to do. I was like, I got to get back on it and create the rhythm where I stay on it no matter what's actually happening in my life. Because the reality is things are going to always happen in your life. And if you let those things determine how much you do or don't do in your business, you can find yourself at this same place next year like, man, I'm supposed to be further along, or, I'm supposed to be doing more. So one of the things I'm going to talk about today, and I definitely encourage you all to get this book. If you have not gotten this book, it's really amazing. I set my heart for the next 2 weeks to read this book every day, take notes. It's called GoPro, 7 Steps to Building a Network Market, Becoming a Network Marketing Professional by Eric Worre. So many of you have probably heard of him. He does everything where network marketing is concerned. Dr. Jewel had the opportunity earlier this year to speak at the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing Conference. She's going to be at the GoPro Conference next week in Las Vegas. And so this book has really changed some things. So if you're on the line, which pretty much everybody on this line are builders, I definitely encourage you to get this. They have a PDF version that you could just go get for free if you just type it in. But I personally recommend actually buying the book so that you can take notes, so that you can highlight some things, and, just get ready, because like I'm doing a reboot of my business. I promise you guys, this is going to be my last reboot because I'm going to stay consistent with this thing, because network marketing really works. And one of the things that he talked about in this book is being a professional with it. Just like if you are in real estate, you're a real estate professional, you become a master of that skill set. And so in network marketing, you want to become a master, you want to become a pro at what you're actually doing. So just to get started real quick, it was just something I wanted to read in here that I thought was really good. And it's chapter 2 in the book. And it says, if you're going to be involved in network marketing, decide to be a professional, decide to go pro. So in the book, he talks about it's 3 different types of people in network marketing. You have your posers, you have your amateurs, and then you have your pros. And so when I was reading it, I could see myself in these different things. And so I'm just going to read this excerpt to you. I'm going to kind of jump around because it's like 3 pages and I don't want to read it all. But just to kind of give you an idea of some of the things that it talks about, because it allows you to identify yourself where you are versus where you want to be, or your ultimate goal. So it says, there are 3 categories of people in network marketing. I've seen all of them and I've been all of them. They are the posers, the amateurs, and the professionals. Posers treat the profession as a lottery ticket. They're hoping to hit big with as little effort as possible. How many of us have been posers? I would say I have. When I first started out, I was a poser, hoping to ride on my dad and his partner's coattails. Luckily for me, I got some results, and that kept me going, at least in the short term. But I think you can agree with me that remaining in the poser category is a bad idea. Within 90 days, I moved out of that category and became an amateur. Okay? So amateur is where a lot of us probably are. I could say that I'm considered an amateur based off of what we're about to read, but my goal is to go pro, okay? So it says, amateurs focus on different things. One of the things I continued to focus on as an amateur was luck. I was really hoping to get lucky and sign that monster distributor who was gonna make me rich. How many of us have said that? I just need that one leader that got that amazing network that can just take me to the top. That's an amateur mindset that I've learned from reading this book. We've all heard the stories of some person who had their lives completely changed by one sign up. In reality, even if some of those stories are true, it really doesn't serve our profession very well, because it makes people spend their time hoping for that big hit. And so that's a reality, because even in building and team leaders that I've talked to, they're like, I just need that one, or I just need this, or, so you're believing for that one thing. Another thing I focused on as an amateur was positioning. Was I in the right organization? Did other people have a better position than me? Maybe I didn't have the right upline. Would I do better somewhere else? How many of you said that? Like, my leader is not helping, or I feel like I should be here, or I feel like I should be there. Those are some of the thoughts of an amateur. I could say I've said that in companies before. And another thing I focused on as an amateur was shortcuts. I was always looking for an angle. Any gimmick that came down the road, I was up for it. Newspaper advertising, okay. Help wanted signs by the side of the road, let's do it. Passing out flyers at the mall, I'm in. Going door to door, let's try it. The internet didn't exist when I was an amateur. Just imagine how crazy I would have been over all the internet tactics I could have used to distract myself. What that meant was every time I heard of some new shiny approach being trained by anyone in the world, I was digging into it to try to find another shortcut. So I know it resonates with some of y'all, because when I was reading this, it was just crazy. So then one of the last things he said was, and then I finally made the decision to go pro. Wikipedia's definition of a professional is a person who is paid to undertake a specialized set of tasks and to complete them for a fee. My definition of network marketing professional is a person who is an expert at the skills required to build a large, successful network marketing organization. So that was the part that really stuck out to me, especially where iMarkets Live is concerned, because any of you on the line, I'm pretty sure, have been in other network marketing companies where you may have sold juices, where you may have sold you may have sold garments. I've done a little bit of everything. But the thing that I noticed when I was doing those things compared to IML is that I mastered those products and services, okay? Not well, and I'll give you and kind of explain further. But for example, when I was selling nutritional products and garments, if somebody came to me and said, I'm having an issue with my back, or my throat is sore, or this or that, I was able to immediately spit off the products that they should be taking to help with that, okay? So I became an expert where that was concerned. Now with IML, because it's a little different, our product is education, money, foreign exchange. It's a little different, but it's really the same. One of the things that I want to talk about, and I'm going to share my screen because let me go ahead and pull up my back office real quick. So I want to show you, I'm going to talk about these things, but also implement the back office. So give me 2 seconds to share my screen. Okay, so this is the back office. So as you know, IML has lots of products and lots of services. Getting to those steps to actually be a professional in the field, you want to make sure that you know your products. Like our goal for this last month, you guys, I encourage anybody who feels like they've gotten stagnant with their business, who feels like they're not doing as much as they could be doing, to get to the point where you're relaunching. I encourage you to get this book, take some notes, do the things in the book that he's recommending that you do. A lot of people have seen success from it and grow from there. So in becoming a professional in the field, they're like in the book, let me just kind of tell you the topics in here so you can kind of see how valuable this could be for you. So it talks about finding prospects, inviting prospects to understand your product or opportunity, presenting your product or opportunity to your prospects, following up with prospects, helping your prospects become customers or distributors, and helping your new distributor get started right. So it helps you create the system that's needed for you to be successful in the network marketing space. And I think it was one last thing didn't read. I have to try to find it later. But in IML, you know, we've done different things, like I said before. You want to make sure that you put, you're supposed to see my computer screen. Yeah. You want to make sure that all these things over here, you understand to some extent. When I say become an expert, you want to become an expert, an IML expert, okay? That doesn't mean that you're an expert trader. That doesn't mean that. But you should know every product and service that IML has to offer. You should have done some research. You should have tested it out. You should know the basic functionality of it. Because what's that going to do is going to make you more marketable for people, because you may have someone that comes and say, hey, I'm definitely interested in being a part of IML, and when they give their reservations, I guarantee you there's at least one product or service that they can benefit from that you can rebut with to help close that deal. You see what I'm saying? So it's important for you to know what IML Academy is, what's in IML Academy. It's important for you to know about IML TV. What are all the educators teaching on in IML TV? The web analyzer, the harmonic scanner, the gold cup swipe trade. So when these new things come out, it's not for you to just be like, oh, that's cool. Like when Dr. Jewel get those people on these calls, it's important for you to be taking notes and asking questions, because this is going to be key to your business. Even if it's one particular product that you like more than the other, if you limit yourself and limit people to what you like, you're not going to see growth, because what you like may not work for them. You know, like I love using the scanner. I've been using the web analyzer with the bounce back 2.0, but that may not work for somebody else. Somebody else may like swipe trades. And even if I personally have my different thoughts where swipe trades is concerned, my responsibility as a professional is to make sure they know and understand the tools. Because even though I may have reservations with it, the next person may actually do well with it and thrive. And so as a professional, you want to make sure, and I encourage everybody this weekend to go through your back office, click on all these tabs, play around with it to get an understanding of what this back office does and what it looks like. It's a couple of things on here that I do want to talk about where your back office is concerned. One of the main areas that you should be real familiar with is your dashboard, okay? So with this particular dashboard, it gives you all your basic statistics and things like that. So as you can see, PV means I have a package. Personal retail sales volume means personal people that I've actually enrolled, and all of that. The rank, your active products, statistics, earnings, all that good stuff. So it tells you the next rank you're working for. Even though this here says 53 remaining to get to the next rank, I got to show you a couple of things where that's concerned, because the system, while it is valid, it doesn't actually calculate the way you need to. It tells you how many people that you need from a volume standpoint. Like you need 500 people to be a chairman, right? So it's saying in 53 more people, you'll have 500 people. But still the structure of that plays a role in, you know, what that number really is. So getting familiar with this part is important. So when you view your rank details, and I'm not going to scroll all the way down to the placement express tree calculator, because some of the names listed there may be on this call and you may know, so I don't want to put people information out there, but I did do a screenshot that I'm gonna pull up so I can show that to you. But basically when you come here, it tells you your rank, how many active members, group volume, all that good stuff. The thing that I want you to pay attention to is this weekly rank cheat sheet. It tells you based on the number of people that you have in each leg what rank you will be. So let me show you this real quick. So if you look here, I took a screenshot and blotted some stuff out. So even though it says here that 53 remain for me to get to 500, the reality is for a chairman, it's kind of cut off. But if you go back here, you can see chairman is 200, 200, 100, right? So I got 200 here. I need 200 here. So that's really like 98 more people right there. I need 100 here. So that's really like 13 more people. So if you can get acclimated literally to just looking at this cheat sheet and then looking at these 3 columns, because in your back office, they're going to pull your, like some people may by accident or whatever happened have more than 3 legs, right? So they're going to pull your 3 highest legs here. So literally, if you're working to get to 1,000 or 2,000 or Chairman 10 or Chairman 500, it tells you on the cheat sheet up here what your leg numbers need to be as far as the number of people. And then here it tells you what you have in each leg as far as the number of people. So if you can just do some basic subtraction, you'll know how many more people you need to push in that leg. So then what happens from a business building standpoint is that you actually will identify. So let's just say Michael Parker was my second leg and in my second leg, and I'm like, I need 98 people. I'm then gonna get with Michael to see, okay, Michael, how many, what's your next rank that we're helping you get to? You know what I'm saying? So I'm making sure that he's plugging people properly, that he has the support he needs, and that I can help push him. And so that's what you want to do. Not only just look and see how many you need, but see how many leaders you can build up to hit their ranks as it continues to push you to your rank. So that's one of the main things that I wanted to show you from the back office standpoint. I know I talked about, just all these things over here. Now, for those who don't know, there is if you go to my websites, this is your new links. The old links that you had did not work. Don't work. You'll get errors. So make sure you go here and get your new links if you haven't yet. This link right here just takes them to your main page where they can actually, it just takes you to the main page where they can actually look around, choose if they want to be customer IBO. Remember, you want everybody to be a customer first. So I recommend only using this second link here, because when you do the second link, it takes them straight to sign up. They can only choose which platinum package they want, but they're not signing up as an IBO. Because remember, within the company, you have to have at least 50% customer volume in order to actually qualify for your rank. So there you see here, customer ratio, 83%. So that lets us know that we're in a good standing. 83% of our whole organization is customers, okay? And so you want to make sure, that's why you want to look at your dashboard to kind of see, where you are and all those good things. Another thing that I put on here, which I just relaunching, for those interested in relaunching or like, I know I've been slacking, I need to get back on it. Here are some of the things that I'm doing for myself that I've encouraged other people to do is, and I talked about some of these, is take time to learn how all the products and services function. Even if you don't actually use them yourself, it would be key to practice using them or just to learn the basics so you can help somebody else who is coming into the company. You're able to, if they're interested in the Gold Cup, you should know about IMLTV and that Losado does the Gold Cup on there and be able to get them a schedule so they have a place to plug into. If someone's interested in a harmonic scanner, there are harmonic scanner trainings on IMLTV. So putting those pieces and parts together so that you can be an effective leader. And like I said before, I know IML is different from a product and service standpoint because you're not actually handing out something that you're selling or, things like that. But it definitely makes a difference. So then focus on becoming an IML expert. And that's what I was just talking about, learning the products, learning the services, and all of that. Creating a strong onboarding system for your team. Brandy and Wanda Webb, I don't know if you're on here, but Dr. Jewel keeps talking about that and is loving it. We currently have some things in place, but find out what works for you and what works for your team. You want to be as hands-on as possible. So while the chairman, leaders, and things like that may create these systems and things, is no point in reinventing the wheel, but you need to at least know how their system works so you're not just throwing them somewhere and you have no active engagement with that thing. Follow up with your team. Check in with them on a consistent basis. One of the things that I learned when I went to the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing, there's this app called Hit 'em Up. And it's really, really cool because with the app, you actually are able to do group text. But when you do the group text, you can personalize it to say their name, but then it goes out to everybody individually. So as your team is growing, you don't have to sit there and send out a group text to 50 people. A text to people individually. You can actually put them and hit them up, but send the same message one time to 50 people. You see what I'm saying? So that you're still touching people. And so I've just recently set up reminders in my phone. So it's twice a week that I'm sending out a message to my leaders, and it's twice a week I'm sending out a message to my customers. Yeah, it might not be available for Android. I'm not sure, but you may want to switch to Apple. But anyway, I'll check on that, Damon. But yeah, it just puts you, allows you to be a little bit more hands-on, because sometimes people in reality are not going to say that they are like struggling. They just try to do it on their own. But if you at least reach out and ask the question, they will respond. But if you never say anything and you just assume because they haven't called. So that's another one of those things in taking responsibility for your business. So literally I'm going through my back office currently, and I am adding every personal enrollment I have, people that I know I've talked to or been introduced to and have their number. They're going into a group so I can keep my hands on them. And one of the things I heard Dr. Jewel talk about before, sometimes you have the mindset like, I'm not babysitting nobody. They, this and that, but that's your business, that, and we're all striving to be expert traders and to grow our money from a trading standpoint. I'm all for that. But the reality is nothing like that residual in the meantime. And that's what keeps me going and building. To know, even if I didn't have a good trading week, I still got $5,000 minimum a month coming to my bank. You see what I'm saying? So keeping that mindset. And the thing about it is you want to, because I've heard people say too, well, people waiting on me to make money, or I'll talk to people once I get it. But you're not the educator. IML is the education platform. Your responsibility is to plug them into the education. Your responsibility is to show them that the education works, okay? If you never knew anything about Forex before, but now you know how to enter a trade and follow a signal, the education works. Like, it's selfish for you not to share or talk to people because you don't feel like you have it yet. Like, I went to college, I went to grad school, I did all of that. And if my college or university told me, if you can get 2 people to sign up for this university, your tuition is waived. Do you know how many people I would get signed up with no guarantees of a job after they get their degree? But with IML, if you plug in and understand the skill set and do the basics, you can make money without really knowing a lot. Like, you have to change your whole mindset, where that piece is concerned. So anyway, let's keep it going. So you want to be accountable to your sponsor or create an accountability partner. Find somebody that's running with you. Find somebody you connect with. Y'all check in with each other. Y'all keep each other on target with what you're supposed to be doing. You want to make sure that you have that. And if I jump into the bottom, if you get stuck or discouraged, let somebody know. I had someone as a leader, and every time we would talk to him, he'd be like, nah, we good. I got da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'll let you know. And then all of a sudden, randomly, he was like, I don't think it's for me. This didn't work like I thought. And I'm like, wait, what happened? I've been checking in, and you was good. And then I ain't heard from you in a couple of weeks because you're like, I'll reach out. But then all of a sudden I'm backing out because it didn't, so you have to make sure that you speak up. Just like we want our customers to speak up, if something's going wrong as a leader, having that accountability or that support, you want to make sure that you actually do the same thing. All right, personal development every day. Over the last couple of weeks, Dr. Jewel has challenged me, like, what have you done for personal development? Have you read a book? Have you done this or have you done that? The key to stay consistent is to keep feeding yourself. Just like you pray every day and read your word every day for your spiritual growth, you have to do those same things for your professional growth, okay? So that's going to be very important that you find, like, I'm literally reading this book every single day, okay? And then going on to the next thing once I get that in place. So also create your own team calls and trainings. Your team wants to hear from you. Okay, so even if you're only a 600 or 1,000, you're building a business. It's now time for you to do those extra steps. Okay, you want to make sure you're connecting with your leaders on your own outside of these Rise and Profit leadership calls, personal one-on-one calls a week or whatever that looks like. You want to make sure that you're showing involved in engagement, so it's not like you just sign me up because you're trying to get some volume so you can hit rank, but you don't really care about me unless I'm helping you hit your volume. Like, of course, you're going to run with the people that run with you. Like, I get it. But at the same time, you create the space for them to plug in. Okay? So you just want to make sure you do that. So, let's see. Oh, also, holiday blitz. I'm done with all of that. Okay? I'm done with that. Unless y'all got some questions, but it's one announcement Dr. China asked me to announce. Holiday Blitz cash, $25,000 is on the table. Who getting it? I'm going to get some. Get your team and prospects on the call on social media everywhere. Invite. It's at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time today. iMarketsLiveOfficial.com. All right, and I'm going to get ready to post that into the team app as well. But make sure that you get them on there at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, posted on social media everywhere. So this is getting ready to go out in the team app. And I think Dr. China or somebody may be getting ready to share. There we go. All right, so there it is. You can take a screenshot of it right now if you want, so that you can go ahead and have it. And if anybody has any questions for me, you can feel free to ask your questions. Dr. China, I believe you're on here somewhere. Let's see. And if you want to jump on here and talk about anything, you could feel free to do so. I don't see you, but you should be able to unmute yourself now.
All right. Hey. Good morning. Great job, Camille. I love that information. That was so powerful. I'm excited about just really executing and putting that stuff into my business, as well as we are preparing to go to GoPro next week, which is going to be just a major level up. So great information. Listen, guys, we have the holiday blitz cash promotion that's going on right now, or the blitz that's happening right now. We know we have $25,000 that is on the table, and I really want to make sure that nobody is sleeping on this. This is major. I talked about this a little bit on our team call, that sometimes people kind of count themselves out and they assume that, oh, the top leaders are going to get that money, and they automatically assume that they're not going to be able to get it. Listen, if you need an extra $10,000, I need you to be crystal clear on this call with me right now. You, the brand new person who just started, the person who just came into the business, the person who hasn't really ranked up yet, all of the people who may feel like that they're not listen, I have seen these type of promotions to come out, and it's somebody who just started the business that could get it. Why? Because you haven't really penetrated your warm market yet. You have so many people that's still on your top 100 list that you need to go through. By the way, if you are building an organization, you really want to create that list. That's going to make a significant difference, so that when promotions like this come out, you have so many people to already invite. The people that's on social media, people that's in your phone, people that you're connected with, people that you meet, have on a t-shirt or something that's going to attract somebody to you in public. Get their social media handle, get their phone number, so that you can invite. So what we're doing with this blitz is every single day between today, I believe it's Monday through Friday, between now and December 18th, there's going to be a blitz call taking place. Beige and Boston are doing a call today. They have been recruiting machines like crazy. I'm telling you, they're going to knock it out of the park. At 12 o'clock noon, which is in a couple of more minutes, you want to get every prospect you know on. One of the biggest ways to do it is not just posting it on social media, that's fine. You can put it on your wall. Obviously, you can put something out and hope people gravitate to it. But where the real magic happens at is in the messenger box, when you're personalizing that message and saying, hey, you know, to a certain person. I know Wanda's amazing with scripts and stuff like that, but really putting something in their inbox, giving them a personal invitation to join us on today at 12 o'clock noon. So I just wanted to put this out here. You got 30 minutes to get as many people on this as you possibly can. Challenge yourself to bring at least 5 people to the call. Challenge yourself to get at least 5 people on a call, even if it's family members or friends or loved ones that don't really know what you do. Give them an opportunity to come in and hear. From a product perspective, they're going to focus on testimonies. It's going to be very simple. So that's it for me. I'm super duper excited about it. And let's utilize this blitzing opportunity to get as many people signed up as possible so that you are in the running to get that 25,000 or at least a piece of that pie that's on the table. So that's it for me, Camille. Back over to you. Great call. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys soon. God bless.
All right, guys. So that's it. Go ahead and get your prospects ready for the call. We will be back here tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Monday at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great weekend. Let's pop some ranks. God bless.
Yes, Verdita, the call is on iMarketsLiveOfficial.com, iMarketsLiveOfficial.com. Blast it out. Let's go.